All right, folks, welcome back to Campaign 18. I'm trying to what? I was yeah, huh? That was another really promising start here on the channel. But yeah, I'm actually kind of willing to do that. Wait, isn't this the battle we fought last time? No. That was over here against Hazen. Yeah. Well, I named the save that I was supposed to go in and look at Lynchburg, and that's close enough for me. So, yeah, that was one of the threats that materialized late in the episode before this one, and so we're kind of picking the story up there. But with, I don't know, about 3 months left before the 1864 election in the North, we're going to try to fight as much as possible. We had a couple episodes earlier in 1864 where it was just like nothing happened. The Union didn't have any sort of initiative or anything, and so I was like, well, we got to get their support under 50, so let's go for them and see what we can do. And since we're up by, I don't know, I think it's around 10 points of national morale, I feel like we have the advantage here. They're going to end up on a clock that we're not, and so anyways, that is that. We are defending. Now, I rarely ever defend or do much of anything on the north, much on the north side of Appomattox, but it seems like the battling is always over here or down here. None of that matters for any reason at all, but I thought, actually I'm not familiar with this terrain. I'm thinking of high ground maybe over here that overlooks Appomattox, but I don't know what it's like out here. We have a surprising paucity of engineering points this late in the war. Usually I feel like I get 20 or so per division, but not happening this time. Is this where they're coming in? It looks like that looks like it. So then this would be the road, probably. This looks like a bigger road. So I think it stands to reason that, I mean, if these are the 2 points, probably something along this trail is where we're thinking about holding. Now, if we can get in cover overlooking some open ground, I don't hate that. Problem with these fences is that the Union will be able to use the creeks if they get into them, and basically then it's an even cover matchup. I doubt those are inhabitable. They don't look like it. I'm not as concerned, I think, about New Hope Church, because I'm suspecting reinforcements from that direction. Ugh. What do we do? All right, no need to yell. Maybe, kind of where this, kind of the extreme of what we can do might be what we want to do. So we can do that. And then I'll do parapets here. And if this isn't the way they go, then it's not the way they go. And we'll just play keep away, I think, for 10 hours or so until our reinforcements arrive. But I saw a very depleted... Yeah, we're not going to... I have no idea how a unit like that has not disbanded and why we don't have troops to reinforce it. But anyways, I'm going to move you back there. The artillery battalion... I think we're just... Wait a minute. We have a little bit of a rise here. We got a very little bit. And we have a lot of roads. So that's the one of the key considerations for me. If we have roads, we can pretty quickly get that artillery moving to where we need it. We're going to take Jenkins. We're going to detach, put on evade, move up to here. And I think I'm going to send Jenkins up this main road. Basically, as long as we don't see people, that means I think they're more likely to come from our right side, and I'm okay with that. Cook, I'm worried about you. I really am worried about you. All right, we'll put Taliaferro over there. We'll put Reynolds right here. All right, the rest of that looks fine. Let's go ahead and start it. Send Jenkins up there. I think as long as Smith is following, we should be okay. Cook, I guess I'll move you over here. Yeah, we don't need that. I want to move it. Yeah, that's what we want. Very good. It is. It's not late in the day, but it's getting later in the day. That normally happens with time, and it looks like we should expect reinforcements. If they're 10 hours delayed, they'll come in during the overnight reset. Now, being August in Southwestis, how about West-ish? Virginia, we might go to 9 p.m. here. I don't know. Coming up on 14, so we have quite a bit of delay. What? Why are you not moving? What is wrong with you? All right, Jenkins is there. We're going to move him up. Whew. And again, somehow we were able to see way over here and way over here. I don't love that. All right, what we're going to do with Jenkins is bring Jenkins over to here. Smith, yeah. You could probably start moving back. But I would say, knowing that, we got to find a spot for this artillery. Maybe we put it in the tree line. Maybe. Though then I feel like we're going to have to fall back if we get in contact, but who knows? We might be able to get away with it here. And then move. I think the idea is going to be to move these guys over here. Maybe we'll just keep them there next to the artillery and see what options we get here. Now, since we're not going to get those skirmishers. All right, so Jenkins is over here. We'll just wait to see what we'll see. So if they're over here, where are they likely to go? I would doubt they're going to go that way. I mean, that would be really weird. Seems more likely they're going to come over here. Yeah. So we'll go back like that. Maybe we'll move it up. There we go. Oh, you know, I see it now. Okay, so they actually mostly went to the left. Those tricksters. In that case, I think maybe we'll just set the artillery back on the road here. Yeah, we really don't know. We'll recall those skirmishers just until we have a little bit more information. Yeah, all I see is Smith's Cav. Jenkins, you do not need any of them. And while you're doing that, Jenkins, let's actually just bring you back in here. Maybe we bring Reynolds over there. Put Cook over here. I kind of had the feeling that if the AI does what the AI ought to do and frequently has been doing, is that if we do get the reinforcements overnight and they take a look at the balance and it just looks terrible, their AI would probably just be like, nah, and withdraw overnight. So we will see if that comes to fruition. You know what, Reynolds? Well, I was thinking about yep, looks like they've switched yet again. We'll see. Problem is, if they engage soon, it's still quite a bit of time. Okay. I don't know why all four of them felt the need to go up there, but yeah, we'll bring, I guess, two of you back. Borrow some skirmishers. Aha. Give me those guys. Give me those guys. All right. Excuse me. I'll help him out. Guess that's good advice. Not sure if there's a way to reattach them. Thought there was. It doesn't seem like it's an option. Yeah, it only says detach. That is some quality cavalry that's shooting us. I'm actually not sure how the North Carolina cav is going to do. But I think we're going to move our artillery there. because I don't see anybody forming out here, we're going to move Taliaferro's brigade over here. Looks like this is the main angle of attack here. Yeah, I guess we do. We want to stay concentrated here. Artillery should be coming online soon. You know, you never love them. Hey, we gained a star. The morale penalty that comes from falling back under fire, but if it drags them up as my artillery and infantry get into place over here, it's probably worth it. If we can keep this unit alive and not overwhelmed by getting 2 or 3v1, it'll still confer a morale advantage to the rest of our troops. Of course we like that. Tells me some of my artillery is getting ready. Yeah. We'll see if they pursue. I mean, if they turn to push down into whoa. I just saw that. Yeah, if they start pushing into the parapet, then we'll push back up with the cav and push more aggressively here with the infantry, but I think for now we just want to hang out. I wonder about this push towards the road. I'm not sure about that. But the AI is doing a pretty good job trying to push off my skirmishers. They're not advancing behind a skirmisher screen of their own, but maybe they feel like it's more important to do casualties and move quickly rather than waiting for that to play out. I think that this 8th New York is probably in trouble here. Alright, so Jenkins is going to play to live to fight another day. Not that I think the 10th Missouri will be used, but they might actually need to be called in. we're gonna move you up. I know you say you're firing, but I don't really believe you. Let's move you up. Ohio's, they're okay for now, actually. I'm not sure how much longer I can say that, but they're okay for now. Alright, Taliaferro. Where's the artillery? No idea what that's about. Not sure what that's about either. Yeah, if we can get these batteries engaged against that cavalry, should help the 4th North Carolina win that fight eventually. Why? Why won't you listen to me, man? Yeah, we'll turn that whole battalion on this Kentucky Cav, because if we break them, the morale buff isn't going to come to the 29th. Wow. Union didn't even break through the skirmisher screen. Alright, so we did break through that. Now we'll throw everything at the 29th. I'll send the 4th in against the 29th as well. Ewell is here. Well, we poked him a bit. Maybe, now that I see they have artillery and potentially infantry setting up, I know I say this all the time and it never happens. I don't want to get my cavalry killed. Alright, good. And the friendlies did arrive close, so that's very helpful. I think what we're going to do is we're going to pack up Reynolds, and we're going to bring him back on this road, and we're going to put him in the forest over here. Because if they're going to concentrate over on my right, even though we have Taliaferro here, he doesn't have great ground. Like, it's high ground, but it's in the open. And maybe it's time to switch Jenkins out on the, put him out on the left. Really? That must just be because my reinforcements are showing up. Do we not have targets here? No, we don't need to do that, but... we'll see how that goes. So I think once we do that, we can take Ewell's division and probably stack them up on the left. Yeah, I mean something like that is fine. Oh, are they here already? They might be. Keep the pieces moving, man. I can't imagine they're hitting that many shots through the woods at that distance. Oh my goodness, dude, we heard you. Alright, we're just gonna move like that. Oh, there's that small arms fire. It's... man. Seems like a lot of smoke. I guess that's probably true. I thought this dude had like 2 stars. Maybe it was just the detachment that he sent out earlier. I don't know. Alright, we'll push the artillery, yeah, up, and, I guess not away, really. Alright, Taliaferro, if you are so talented. We'll see what you got here. Are these guys just like waiting for oh, they were. Yeah, you should have been on fire at will. I thought that was always the artillery's default. Whoops. Thank you, improved 3D textures mod, alongside lossless scaling. Giving us this visual feast here. Anybody got any tobacco? That might go poorly for the 3rd Massachusetts, which is a crack unit. I mean, not that you ever want your guys to take abuse, but holy moly, they got melted. It's like 20% casualties on the first volley. First good volley. 16 Pennsylvania's no joke. Okay, so I think we're going to move our cav back here. Because I see that the AI is, it's not the corner of the map. Kind of feels like it, though. I mean, as good as they are, it's not like the people shooting back at them have never done this before. We're almost set here. These guys should be fine. Tiring is fine. Winded is fine. Alfaro's brigade is basically unscathed, having shoot up a quality Massachusetts regiment there. Alright, in the Union, it was a false start, and it looks like it's going to be a withdrawal. I doubt they're gonna stay and play that, but maybe. Yeah. There's a lot more map over here. All right. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to knock the 16th Pennsylvania out before they pull out of range. I don't know. We are certainly boogieing, and they're doing their kind of rear guard action thing. think we're just going to speed it up because I think this one is done. All right. And we'll see if they withdraw or if nightfall comes and, well, then they withdraw. Yeah. So I guess nightfall came and they got out, so. Well, that was something. We'll have to find another battle here, but I don't think we're going to get it in this episode, so we're at 42 minutes, and I'm trying to keep these to around an hour or so. I don't really like starting a battle either, and then just, you know, we'll finish it in the next episode. It's like, try to play a whole one through, but we might have to start one and then just call it there, and or maybe I'll just get into one that I don't mean to and lose track of time, and this will be a 3-hour episode, so you never really know. I can't complain about the music. There's some people who've complained about the music, but even the original soundtrack plus the Whiskey and Lemons additional, I can't complain about it. But all right, so what did they lose? They lost about 600 out of the war, and we lost maybe 200 out of the war. So works for me. And more importantly, let's get. Come on, lossless. I know we changed scenes, so you're a little, but all right, Hovey, if that is your real name. Let's get going. Okay. Yeah, let's take a peek down here and see what we see. Yeah, for real. What's this? What? I think I knew about that. I think that was going on last time. Man. We have anything we can put in here that is decent? Not really. Oh, yep, really. Take that out. Take that out. I can add that and that. Remove that. Remove that. And maybe we'll toss those in and check back in a few days, and maybe we'll send them out to deal with whatever's causing problems for Fort Monroe. Wow, how are we this far ahead? That is not real. There is no way that that's real. How is Hovey able to stand and fight? Good news is that Yule's only 5 hours off. So, I don't think this is a real fight. I have time left to kill on the video, so I'll do that. But this is certainly one where I'm inclined to just get my force together and attack, and try to rout that entire force, because I feel like having... well, you know what? They withdrew from the battle. So I don't know if that forces them... I guess that doesn't force them to retreat the next time they're engaged. But I still think they lost. Oh, boy. Alright, whoa. Could they have some more victory points? Probably, but... no. Ugh. So, hold on. This is only one division? But I thought the other division was supposed to be here before Johnston was. Confusing. How do we want to do this? I'm a little uncertain why we entered from these positions on. Although I guess, yeah. All right. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna head towards Appomattox Courthouse, because I think they're probably coming in where Johnston is when they arrive. It also looks like it's midnight. So yeah, we'll move here. Johnston is eventually gonna, well, I don't know why he's going there. Probably just go there. We'll throw everything on forward and see what we get. Yeah, this is very odd. I do think Ewell was supposed to be here in 5 hours, and then Johnston was like much later. And the fact that it's 1 a.m. means we're not going to get the overnight arrival. But I could probably just check this out. Arriving in 0 hours. All right, so they should be here any moment. But that could be hours. At least it's starting in our favor. So all those victory points that they have, it will pull things back in their direction, but yeah. So they did come in up here. With these kind of numbers, I think I'm just gonna find them and fight them and go from there. All right, you're gonna do that. Smith. Don't love this, but we're gonna do it anyways. Yeah, actually, Johnston's pretty right. All right, we'll try to orient our map as we would. We are getting there. What do we gotta do? We gotta detach. Give me a moment here. Detach Jenkins. Detach Henry's artillery battalion. Rosser's artillery battalion. Evans Cav. Alright, so we know where they are over here. Find out how many engineering points they had, but if they don't have a lot, maybe we'll just bypass this position. There are lots of roads and trails over here, and we can just concentrate against that. Let's bring Rosser's artillery up here. Yeah, we don't need to send them in. Alright, we'll push Reynolds over here. Pharaoh over there. Maybe we move Floyd and Withers down there. Oh, we got Appomattox. Alright, very good. Try to set all of them to counterbat. I think we're just going to go around their parapets. We could probably just as easily go through, but I think the end point might be we move Smith's brigades over here and then just attack through the forest back towards Harris, and then they're just going to go around here. Because otherwise it's a fairly strong position, right? Parapets behind the creek bed. Parapets are going to be better than the creek bed, so we ain't going to win that. Alternatively, we could just cap all the points and then force them to come to us. Are you on? You are. Hold on, you have nothing to shoot at? Go find something to shoot at. Alright, you're going to take that. Cav is going to get this. So we can get Taliaferro lined up. You can be the first brigade in. Reynolds, I'm worried about you. But we'll put you second. And yeah, we'll go ahead and let them capture Oakville. Okay, very good. And are we actually capping this? I can't tell. Am I watching paint dry? What is this? I don't know. It can't be interesting enough, though, to keep doing. Let's just get our cav back. Oh boy. All right, and then I mean, yeah, we could probably actually make this work. Why is it so slow? Well, oh no, we got into the shooting. Who would want to end it here? But I think this is probably the place to end it. Yeah, it's an impressive position, but anyways. Yeah, if they want to come out of the trenches, that's something we got to be okay with. By trenches, I mean parapet, but you know, somebody knew what I meant. It wasn't me, but we. Yeah, I don't think we actually want to do that, but. So I'll move you there, we'll move you here. Just so I don't forget it whenever I get around to playing this game again. Yeah, you're there, you're there. Huh. Huh. Too sure what they're waiting on there. You know, given the numerical advantage we have, I'm going to try to concentrate a little bit over there. And Talifera, for your part, we'll order you in like that. We'll order Reynolds in like that. Okay, Evans and Jenkins are about to appear. Good for them. Good for them. These guys are absolutely dead. That happens when you, yes, go the wrong way. Oh boy. We're off like a herd of turtles over there, but once it does hit home, it should be a pretty decent situation. I would think. Not that we're actually looking for a melee, but If we have to, we will. Maybe you shouldn't. Alright, that's Jenkins. Whoa, we're at an hour and 7 minutes. So we got to save something for the next one. I enjoyed this one. This one looks like it's getting a little interesting here, but we'll have to see how it ends in the next video.